Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Far Cry 4. And yeah, we're 12 missions into this game, there are 32. So we're going to be continuing on. Oh, we have 3 skill points. What should we do then? Maybe we should go for this. Drag takedown? No. Let's go for this, and let's go for this, I think. Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna do? That's actually why I went to as many to begin with. Okay, so we have this. The thing is, I don't know if that's a main mission or a side mission. Again, I wish it would, like, specifically tell you. Same thing with this. It's like, I don't know if those are main missions or what. Looks like that's all that's on the map right now, though. So, I don't know. Alright, let's just look this up on the... I do have the guide in front of me. I'm not actually using the guide because I feel like, again, that's, like, what do I need the guide for this game? But, I am using it to look at the list of missions and everything. I guess we'll do this. I mean, I don't know what else there is. I don't see any other mission marker except for this. And even that one, that's kind of in the same situation where it just says a mission. It doesn't say campaign mission. So I guess we'll just go there. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Okay, so yeah, what else is there to talk about? I haven't talked about, I mean, a lot of people on Twitter and stuff, and Reddit and whatever, are like, I mean, not really Reddit as much, but or Twitter, I mean, like, essentially the, like, there's a lot of talk right now about, is there going to be a Bayek sequel? Because obviously we know Ashraf's team is working on the next Assassin's Creed game. We do know, we pretty much know it's Ancient Rome. Again, that's not 100%, but I mean, we pretty much know. We do know he's looking out for writers right now. It's for senior writers, which I talked about this in the past. I'm assuming means that essentially people to write for side quests is essentially why. Because, like, they already have a lead writer. I mean, I'm sure they've got to. I mean, again, the game's been in development since Origins came out. So, I mean, it's been a year and a half or whatever. It's been... not a year and a half, it's been a year. Either way, it's been a year. So it's like they'd have to have a lead writer by this point. And, like, again, supposedly you would assume the game's coming out in 2020, so 2 years from now. Like, yeah, so there's that. And again, this is Ashraf's team making this game in Ancient Rome, which is a time period pretty close to when Bayek was alive. I mean, I think in an ideal situation, they would go a bit further forward. I think, like, the best time for Rome is probably, like around, like, between 0 and 100, like, CE. I think that's probably the best case scenario for a Rome game. But, and with Bayek, obviously, you can't get to that point, because Bayek was born in 81, I think. No, 80 something BCE. So it's like, that would mean that obviously that, okay, I guess we'll do the mission, but that would mean that Bayek would be obviously like I just watched a video where was it Fishy? Yeah, Fishy posted a video about, like, what his thoughts on a Bayek sequel are, and, like, he mentioned that, like, obviously that Augustus, because, like, at this point that Bayek is around, like, obviously Caesar just died.
I guess so.
I have a confession to make, AJ. I
fear
Wait,
evil.
what was this?
Not the evil of other men, for that can be dealt with easily. No, it is the evil within myself that I fear. Do you remember my sins? The terrible business that I spoke of?
You're talking about the diamonds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
And the
Augustus was
blood
the
of
first
Lamb
emperor, right,
washes away
of Rome.
all sins.
I think
But in
Octavian
order to
was like
gain
the actual
purity,
name, but like,
I must
yeah,
repent
Augustus.
and make an act
Wasn't his actual
of
name
contrition.
Octavian?
There are more of these sins here in Garat, and they must be tracked down.
Or is that his
My
leader? I
friend,
don't know. I know Octavian was something,
follow
right?
him, and he will lead you to a vault. Bring me what you find within.
I got it.
And he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my loss."
Oh, yeah, he was born Gaius Octavius, whatever. Alright, yeah, so I mean, like, oh wait, fuck, that's why I looked him up. I was gonna look up the day of his death, because, like, obviously we know he is the Grand Master. I mean, he's not the Grand Master, but he's the leader of the Order of the Ancients through, was it through Christopher or through the Hidden Ones? I don't remember anymore. Well, either way, yeah, he died in 14 AD, which, that's a point where Bayek would be like 100 years old. So, I mean, obviously we can't have him live to that point. Yeah, he started it. Yeah, he became emperor in 27. 27 is more reasonable for Bayek. Again, if Bayek was born 80 something, again, that would put him in his late 50s. Again, reasonable to a degree. I mean, again, you it would have to be like Ezio in Revelations, which I'm fine with. Again, Ezio in Revelations is probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creed characters ever. So I mean, and like obviously again, we could have we can easily have. Again, it's just a matter of whether Ubisoft is confident enough to go with this time period, because obviously this is going to be a time period where the Roman Empire is just starting, like the Republic had just finished and the Empire is just starting. So it's like, is that a good enough time period for Ubisoft? Is that something Ubisoft will approve? I don't know, but I would be very surprised if this wasn't something that came across Ashraf's mind when originally starting this game. I'll be very shocked if like he never thought about even doing a Bayek sequel. It just makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Like, obviously, Bayek's almost unanimously loved character. I mean, there are some people that don't like him, but like again, it's a very small minority. And again, everyone loves Abu Bakr Salim. Abu Bakr Salim's great. I mean, obviously, he's probably the best. Again, I think he gives the best performance in any Assassin's Creed game ever. And I've even said that I think he gives the best performance in any video game ever. Like, I think his performance is really fantastic as Bayek. And like, why get rid of that? Like, why? And again, I don't like. I think at the time that Origins was in development, I think there was no intention. By the time I should rephrase this. By the time Origins finished, there was no intention of making a Bayek sequel. I do not think that is the case. I think proven by Odyssey, obviously not having Bayek. Stay undetected. Oh fuck, a tailing mission? We're really doing a tailing mission in this game. Oh fuck. Wait, what the fuck? Do I need a car? Okay. I guess I need a car. Okay, there's a car. Wrong button. And if only this car controlled better. Oh my god. Like, really, I mean, like, everything is controlled by the left stick. This is fucking ridiculous. It's like, who thought this was a good idea? You've been detected. Oh, fuck. Okay, oh well. Like, who thought this was a good idea? To have literally, like, the stop. It's like the acceleration and the brake are both on this left stick. Okay, well, fuck. Like, I know, obviously, they wanted to have it, like, the triggers open for the shooting and stuff, but it's terrible. I mean, like, And Grand Theft Auto, I think Grand Theft Auto did it reasonably well with its controls there. Again, I have a lot of issues with Grand Theft Auto 5, but I feel like that's one of the things that they did like decently was the driving in the car, or like shooting while driving in the car, where, oh fuck off. Where obviously it controlled just like a normal car, but they left the like L1, R1 for, this is a bad idea. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to just keep him alive, but whatever. Oh, is this the wrong group? Oh, fuck. I thought that was, okay, fine. Fine. But, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, I think, did it reasonably well with them just changing L1, R1 to the aim and shoot buttons for that. Like, I thought that was definitely a lot better than this, where the fucking car controls like absolute shit. Oh my god, this is really bad. Like, like, it's almost impossible to control this. Oh my god, okay. Especially when you're also doing it in the first person, too. It makes it even worse. Fuck off. Yeah, I do think at this point, to be honest, I think there's a chance of there being a Bayek sequel. I was definitely, like, I thought there was a chance when Origins came out, and then when we got the announcement of Odyssey, I think, okay, it's never happening. But to be honest, I feel like somewhat, I mean, like, I feel like I think there's a 20% chance, which is way more than I would have given for, like, way more than I would have ever had for almost any other Assassin's Creed game being a sequel. Like, I think a 20% chance, I think that's pretty good. I feel like that's reasonable here. Because again, it's Ashraf. I think Ubisoft is like putting their, I mean, I don't know if that's really the best phrasing, but I think like with the Black Flag team at least, it seems like Ubisoft, oh fuck off! Like, it seems like Ubisoft's like more willing to let them do what they want to do with certain things. Even though obviously there's still like, there's things that are in Origins that they didn't want to put in Origins, but they have. Alright guys, we're back. The game crashed. So that's lovely. So I'll have to edit this together later. Oh, is that how you switch weapons? I didn't even fucking know that. Okay. This mission sucks. This really does. Fuck off. Really? We got detected right away? Okay, fine. Let's see if we can do it this time. So I was talking about Bayek sequel, and again, I feel like there's a chance. Do I think it's gonna happen? Again, I said 20% chance. I think that's probably about accurate. I think more than likely, obviously, we're not getting one. But I would love to see one. And it seems like Ashraf still has a great relationship with Abu Bakr Salim. I feel like there's no reason to not do one, with the exception of Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft's the thing that's holding it back. I feel like I'll be surprised. Okay, are we? Okay. Like, I would feel like Ashraf would want to make one, right? Obviously, Abu Bakr Salim would want to make one. It's like, I feel like if we don't get one, it's solely because of Ubisoft. Like, of the higher-ups at Ubisoft. Okay. And by the higher-ups at Ubisoft, I'm not even necessarily even talking about, like Eve and whoever, like who was the CEO and all those sort of people. Like, I think it could, like, I think shareholders is probably a big factor there. And I mean, I think it could be Eve, but I mean, like, Eve wanting to appease the shareholders. I think that's the thing, which is obviously his job. So, I mean, like, I don't think you can blame him for that. Fuck. Okay, I'm fucking this up. Fuck. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. How's he not dead yet? Fuck.
Get out there and kill him! Got it!
Where is he? Okay.
Goro! Surrender! Now!
Wait, where is this thing? Is this it? Okay. So we just gotta escape now. If only I remembered the way out. Okay, I just went around the circle. Okay, there's a lot of guys. Oof. Oof. No, oh my god, open the door. Oh my god, this controls so terribly, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, who thought this was a good idea? That this should be the way you control a car? Really, it's like the most floaty fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, it looks like we got away though, but still, that's ridiculous. Just how floaty this is. Well, I mean, you know what, fuck it. Alright, looks like we got it though. I love how he's doing it while he's swimming. Okay. Shit, looks like there's an enemy up here. Or not? Oh, no, that's a, okay, that's a crafting material. Fuck. Alright, looks like we did it. That wasn't too bad. After that tailing section, which was bullshit. Which, I mean, we failed right away, but whatever. Okay. Short hunt. Okay. I think that was a side quest, to be honest. I think. Yeah, it looks like that was a side quest, so fuck. So what are we doing though? Like, what's our next goal in the main story? And there's that, but is there anything here? No. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's just a loot chest. Okay, yeah, sorry. There's a text I gotta respond to. But, yeah, I'm just kind of confused at what we're trying to do right now. I don't know. Like, what do we do to continue on with the main story? Do we have to do these? I guess we'll go ahead and do this. I mean, Yeah, I don't see anything else, so. How far away is that? Okay. I don't care about him. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's this. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, so if we can get a car, we can just auto go there, I think? Is that what that means? I don't know, whatever. Let's just... We'll continue on here. Actually, maybe we should get a car. If there was one around. Let's pick this up. Okay, I already owned some. Oh, that's what that is? That's a co-op wheel? So is that only for co-op then? Oh no. Oh no. I did not mean to do this. No, let me... Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, they fucking ran me over a fucking car. Like, I just want to get to the location of the quest. I mean... yeah, again, obviously, I would love to see a Bayek sequel. To be honest, a lot of people are saying that Bayek's story is unfinished, and like, I mean, while it probably is, like, I don't feel like that's. I feel like there's like threads with Bayek that you can continue on, but like, I think like if this was what the fuck, what the fuck was that? Yeah, like I feel like Bayek's story, like I feel like I thought the Hidden Ones was a pretty good conclusion to his story arc. Like would I be upset if there was more? Obviously not. Like I love Bayek, but it's like, and if they do it right, then obviously like he could become probably the best character in Assassin's Creed. Like I think, like to me Ezio, like while I think Ezio's really great, obviously it's like. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I guess now I think about it, Ezio, the great thing about Ezio is that you see pretty much his entire life, and you're able to see him grow as a character from AC2, and I mean, like you literally see like a good chunk of his life through the course of these games. I mean, AC2, you see his birth, and then after that you skip to when he's 17. And then you pretty much play as him for like the next 12 years of his life or so. And there's about a 10-year time skip. I mean stuff obviously the Bonfire of the Vanity, what the fuck? Bonfire of the Vanities happens either way, like you see a good chunk of his life, and like through that's what makes him the better character than someone like Bayek or like Edward or whatever. Like, well, again, I think like if you're talking about individual game within within one game, who is the best character? I think that's Edward. I think it's either Edward or Bayek. I think that's because I think if you break up Ezio into 3 parts based on each of his games, I don't think him in 3 parts is as good as like Edward in that one game or as Bayek in his one game. However, like again, putting all 3 parts of Ezio together, I think that makes him the best character. But yeah, it's solely because like that's the one that they gave the time to. I don't think there's anything really about Ezio in particular that makes him that much better than someone like Bayek or Edward. Now, if we were gonna say someone like Altair versus Ezio, I think that's an easy. Like, I can list reasons why Ezio is better than Altair, even though I don't think Altair is the worst character in the world. But like, okay, I mean, like, I think a better example is like Ezio or Connor. I feel like that's like an easy thing to go through, or like Ezio or Shay, or I mean, even Ezio or Arno. Even though I love Arno, I do really like Arno. I think, like, again, I think it's like an easy, like, you can literally like list the reasons why Ezio is better than Arno pretty easily. But again, I feel like once you get to the Bayek and Edward, like, within the series, like within one game, I don't think I can tell you a reason why Ezio, like Ezio in 2, is he better than Edward, or is he better than Bayek? I don't think he is. Ezio in Brotherhood, I definitely don't think Ezio in Brotherhood is. And then we get to Ezio in Revelations, is like, I don't think so either. Again, like, I think them as a whole, it's like, it's easily he's better, but this is because he was given more time. And yeah, I do think through the DLCs, through Curse of the Pharaohs and the Hidden Ones, I think we got more of Bayek than we do of many other protagonists. But again, I don't think it's enough to put him to that edge. And again, I think the thing about Ezio, again, is, I said, look, we've seen his entire life. With Bayek, we've only seen him from like what, 34 to like 49 or something, somewhere around the, no, not 49, 47, somewhere around those age range. I know I'm wrong on the years, by the way. It's a 10-year period, but either way, like, we've seen that period of his life, but we haven't seen everything in his life, and I feel like that's something that, and we haven't seen him. Like, mind you, we do have Desert Oath, which again is like about when he's like around 18ish, right? I think, I don't remember exactly. It's like when he's young, but he's not like super young. Okay, I didn't want to find this location. I kind of want to just get to this quest. That would kind of be ideal. But, like, so, I mean, even if we do get another game with Bayek, I don't know if he necessarily beats Ezio still. Just because, again, like, I feel like with Ezio, it's so perfect, the fact that we see his birth, we see him as a brash, young, noble, like Florentine noble sort of kid, and then, oh, fuck off, and then we see the death of his family, him growing as an assassin, still naive for a good chunk of it, and then at the end of 2, he starts to figure things out, in Brotherhood, but even by the time he gets to Brotherhood, he's still brash, like, he's still not a perfect character by any means. And we get the Brotherhood, where we see him develop slightly, but still more. Like, he becomes an actual leader. He becomes the mentor to the assassins, and you can see his leadership skills grow through that game, and his willingness to take other people's opinions into account and that sort of thing. And then by the time we get to Revelations, we see... Oh, okay. I got a notification on my phone. It was because the last episode got uploaded, or 2 episodes ago got uploaded or something. So, one of the episodes got uploaded. But, yeah, I mean, then you see in Revelations, like, it's like the end of his arc, where we see all the knowledge he has, and how he utilizes that, and see, finally, the moment where he's able to let go of everything that he dedicated his life for. And then even if we want to expand into Embers, like with Embers, the film Embers, again, we literally see the last moments of his life, pretty much the last things that he does before his death, and then we see his death at the end of the film. I mean, like, the references to the Shao Jun stuff, we see that, the last, like, sort of assassin-y thing he does in his life, where he becomes a mentor to Shao Jun, gives her a precursor box and whatever. And then, and then we get to his death, and I think, again, a perfect death for Ezio, I feel like. And I feel like no matter what, like, with Bayek, even if we get another game, it's like, is it going to be enough to surpass that amazing arc that's there for Ezio? And I don't know if it is, but again, if we're going by like individual stories, by like each individual game, like again, I think Bayek's in Origins is much better than Ezio's in 2, or Ezio's in definitely Brotherhood, and Ezio's in Revelations. And again, the thing about Revelation, I think Revelation, I've talked about this in the past, the thing about Revelations that's so tough with me from a narrative standpoint is that really it doesn't have the same impact if you haven't played the previous 2 games. It's something that's so dependent on these other 2 games that it's like, that it's kind of hard to rank. It's kind of the same thing with like Avengers Infinity War, where like Avengers Infinity War as a film on its own, like it's fun, but it's like it's a good film on its own, but it's like it definitely doesn't have nearly the amount of impact if you haven't watched all the other MCU movies. And obviously with a series like this, like obviously you're meant to have watched at least a good chunk of the other stuff and like meant to have the context. Where the fuck do we go to go up here? But like again, analyzing it as an individual piece of media, it's like it's a very tough thing to do, I feel like, with this sort of stuff. And like Revelation, because like the thing about Revelation, like I think Brotherhood, I think Brotherhood also is very dependent on 2, but I think it can stand on its own to a degree. And I mean, I can't, like the thing about Revelations is that the story of Revelations overall is good, but it's not like anything mind-blowingly great. What makes it mind-blowingly great is the context, because if it wasn't for like knowing about Altair previously, and if it wasn't like and having played through playing as him in AC1, and if it wasn't for having played 2 games already as Ezio and seeing the conclusion of his arc, like this story just wouldn't have the impact it has. Like Revelation's story wouldn't have the impact it has. How the fuck do we get up there? Fuck. So yeah, and it's like, again, it's kind of different with Origins or Black Flag, where you don't need any context. Again, like, I mean, again, Black Flag, like, what's amazing about Black Flag is that it is a prequel to 3 and, well, I guess just the 3, and technically the Rogue, where again, I mean, I guess Rogue would be a, I don't know, whatever. How the fuck do we get up there? Like, how the fuck do I get up there? That's such... What the fuck? How am I supposed to get there? Like, is there a path up there? We should end the episode soon, too. But, I don't know. Seriously, at this point, I think if I was not doing this game on the channel, like if I was not playing this game on the channel, I would have stopped playing by now. Like, I mean, it's a fine game. It's fine, but it's like, it's nothing I feel like I need to finish, but because we're playing on the channel, I will try to finish this game, even though we're only a third of the way through. Oh my god. Okay. Again, how the fuck do we get up here, though? Fuck. Fuck. I'm trying to think actually now. I think every... Like, I'm trying to think of like all the Assassin's Creed protagonists. I think at this point, like, who's the one that we know the least amount about, like, post their game? Because again, like, most of them, like, we've gotten stories post the game, like their initial games. Obviously, with Ezio, we know his entire life just through the games in Embers. Altair, we know his entire life through, I mean, really through Secret Crusade, but I mean, also through Assassin's Creed 1 and Revelations and whatever. I think after that, it's like, okay, Connor, we kind of know, but we kind of don't. And that was just until pretty recently with the Reflections comics, where now we know he married a native woman. Because originally what was told was that, like, oh, he married a blonde white woman, had 2 kids with her, she left him, and he died alone. And I'm pretty sure at the time they wrote that, they meant for that to be canon, but they kind of retcon that now and saying, oh, that was just what the Templars wanted you to think. Oh, that was Templar propaganda. It's like, I'm pretty sure you meant that at the time. But obviously they changed it now to where he married a native woman, and I think he also had 2 kids with her, and obviously one of them has the power to see through an eagle for some reason. Because what's so strange about it is that it was implied that, oh, this is the same, because this came out right before Origins. So it was kind of implied that, oh, so this is the power that Bayek's going to have. And then we get no mention of that at all. And I mean, I think it's been confirmed that, like, Bayek and, like, Cassandra and Alexios and whoever, like, they don't actually see through their eagle's eyes. They more so, like Senu and whatever are trained, like, to make noises that Bayek and Cassandra are able to pick up on, and that's why the HUD gets updated. Where the fuck are we going? Again, what the fuck is this? Okay, you know what? How are we supposed to get here? What the fuck? Is there no way up? Again, this feels like fucking Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and like the worst parts of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's like trying to find your way up a fucking hill. And that's exactly what this is. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, we know that from Connor, but we don't know, like, specific details, obviously. Like, with Edward, we pretty much know the entirety of Edward's life. And this, I mean, the shame is that we knew most of it before we knew the entire, like, back half of his life, essentially, before Black Flag came out. Because it was in the Forsaken book. So it's like, and now, like, through Black Flag and the Black Flag book, we pretty much know his entire life. And I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh, why don't we get a sequel of Edward? It's like, it's because there's nothing left to tell. I mean, you could technically tell, like, just a short sort of story. That's like, I don't know, like a short story of, like, maybe, like, he goes and visits India or something. I don't know, like, something, like, really short story. Like, you could have that, technically. But it's like, there's not many gaps in his story anymore to be filled. So it's like, and also the fact that we do know he gets, oh, we can't even get here yet? What? Oh, we wasted so much time. I guess we do this. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, what are we doing in this game? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? I have no fucking clue. Let's fast travel here. We'll end the episode. Oh my god, a lot of notifications. They're all for Switch games. Yeah, again, I don't want a Switch. Nor do I really plan on getting one anytime soon. I don't know. Just, I mean, like, Nintendo, like, while I loved Nintendo as a kid, obviously, and while, like, I still respect them as a company, it's not really a company that I really care enough to follow at this point. Especially because, like, obviously Nintendo, like, doesn't really, like, at this point, I've talked about this before, how, like, even though I don't think this is the way people should look at gaming, I do look at gaming from a narrative standpoint at this point. And, like, that's what I personally care about now, and that's something Nintendo doesn't. So that's why I kind of obviously lean towards more PlayStation at this point. PlayStation and Xbox, but I mean, like, the thing is, Xbox just suck this generation. It's like, it's real. Like, could they have done worse this generation? I mean, like, this is probably the worst they could have possibly done.
They are not like the rest of the army. They're faster, deadlier. They speak to animals.
Okay, so I think we'll end here. Next episode we'll go ahead and continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.